So indeed you worked it out. So the first step is indeed if you increase the temperature, that's the consequence of warming. So I put a red arrow here on the alongside the y-axis, showing you that warming will increase the temperature and cooling will decrease the temperature. And that's all right. That makes sense. Okay. And similarly, for salinity, the salt concentration increases. There's an arrow that moves to the right. And if the salt concentration decreases, it's an arrow that points to the left. I also drew an ellipse through these data clouds and illustrating you that this is a seasonal cycle that repeats every year. And I also made the connection between February and May and June, because there is a steady change. It's not an irregular change, so the temperature and salinity must follow along that elliptic path there. Okay, so now we go a little bit further. What I mean is, in order to understand what happens, you have to use your imagination. And the imagination, you imagine processes. And what you do is you simplify the processes too. So what about you imagine a lake, a closed lake filled with water, and you try to imagine what happens if you expose this lake water to a heat flux, which causes warming during summertime and cooling during wintertime, and then it repeats. Okay? And so we have a look at that scenario on the next slide. So you can try to close your eyes and imagine your lake and imagine what happens to the temperature.